First thing you want to look for is combinations of 13. If you look at the king right here, king is worth 13 points. It is a combination all by itself. Now, other combinations, you have to use 2 cards. So like ace is worth 1, queen is worth 12. So 1 and 12 is 13. 8 and 5 is 13. 7 and 6 is 13. 10 and 3 is 13. Jack is worth 11. 11 and 2 equals, well, you guessed it, 13. And of course, 9 and 4 is 13 as well. So you want to have something that's a combination of 13 points. And that's how you will basically solve the pyramid, so to speak. Next thing you want to do is think of combos that can be used later on, so they may not be able to use right now. The 9 and the 4, we can use that right now. But, maybe later on, this 9 right here could be matched up with a 4 right there. So that's always a possibility to be used. So what else do we have? We have a 10 right here. We have a 3. Those two could be used later on if we move the 8 and the 5 out of the way. Let's see what else we could potentially do here. Let's see, 8 and 5. This 5 right here. This 8 right here. And to get to that, we'll have to move this 8, this 5, and the 3 out of the way. So basically, we'll have to move the 3 out of the way because the 8 and the 5 will get moved. And we'll have to move the king, of course, too. The king will move by itself. This king will move by itself as well. So that's what you want to get in the habit of doing. Thinking of combos that you can be used later. So when you do it, you set up things. Like another combo right here is a 10 and a 3. Or alternatively, you could do this 10, 3, and this 10 right here. And in order to do that, you would need to clear, I'm going to use a different color there. You need to clear these two and these two right here, and then you'd have the 10 and the 3 available to clear. Alternatively, if you wanted to clear, let's back up a little bit here. Let's say instead you wanted to clear this 10 and this 3. All you need to do is take out the 6, king, and jack. So you want to think of that, and then of course think down the line too. More specifically, when we get to the bottom, are we saving the right pieces right here? So at first, you're moving pieces which you can, but you want to think strategically so that you have an opportunity to clear at the end. All right, let's see if we can put together some of the tips we learned here. And we're going to see what we can do. I'd like to try to go through the middle if I can and save the bigger pieces, or save the combos for later. If I can take one card with this instead of doing 2 cards out of here. I can't do it all the time, but we'll try. All right, I'm going to play ace-queen here with the idea of playing ace-queen later. No combo. Oh, we got a 9-4 combo. King is out of the way. 7-6, again, going to play off the board there so we can play ace-queen. Got the 10-3 on the board. Probably could have played the other 10-3. Let's see. Gonna play that. No, wait. Yeah, I gotta play that 10-3. 8-5, gonna play from there. We can play jack deuce. And now we can play this 10-3, which opens up the 9-4 and 7-6. And looks like we're at a standstill here. We're going to have to clear out this jack to go this jack deuce and then open that. So we're not going to play a deuce with a jack when we get a deuce down below. 7-6 we can play, I believe. (10-3) we can play down below. Typically we can't. In that case we can. We play the 5 and the 8 and the 8-5, and then Jack Deuce, Ace Queen, King, Jack Deuce, and then now for the fun stuff. 9 and the 4 we can play because we have a 9 down below. Oh boy, can we do the Jack Deuce? I don't know. 8-5 we can do. Ace Queen we can do. 9-4 we can do. 10-3 we can do. 6-7 and Jack Deuce. We got a perfect score. Yeah, so hopefully this real-time example helps you out. I know it's a little fast, not as quite as slow as examples, but hopefully it gives you a good idea of what strategies work and how to think and proceed for solving the pyramid. And of course, thanks for watching.